Everyone's saying AI is the easiest way to make $1 million a year. Make the next $1 billion app with ChatGPT with zero coding experience, or sell an AI system and outsource it to Upwork, or sell a simple make.com automation or an N8N workflow for 10K. Just copy my system. That's what you've all heard at least once, but that's all 100% bullshit. You're being lied to. No, this is not like my other videos, and yes, I am being dead serious. AI agency is harder than it looks. And if you don't know what you're doing, you'll waste time, money, energy, and trust. I've been building and selling AI systems to real businesses, and let me tell you, this is hard shit. And I'm going to expose the hype, lies, and what they're not telling you in this video. But does that mean it's impossible? No. The AI is like the internet. It's changing the world, but it's a bubble that's about to pop. Some will survive and flourish, but the cold truth is that 99% of AI businesses will go bust. So I will also talk about what it actually takes to succeed in the AI era. So this is just a video of me talking, and this is unscripted. I'm just speaking from the bottom of my heart and what I really think is going on in this AI space right now. And what I think is that a lot of the things that you hear and see on the internet are fucking bullshit, and I'm being just straight up about that. It is bullshit, and I'm really fucking sick of hearing most of the shit that I see on the internet. So first, I'll just talk about the lies that they're telling you, what you've heard a million times already. So like you'll see on the internet, on YouTube, on Instagram, on school, on X, just copy me, just copy my systems and you'll make 10K a month in a week. So that is bullshit. You can't just copy and paste somebody else's systems, tech stack, funnel, scripts, and expect to be successful in a week. This is where skill and execution and context matter. So like if you just copy somebody else's thing, like you can do that. There's nothing stopping you from copying and pasting what somebody else is doing, but I am sure that they're gatekeeping something from you. So they're not just going to just give away all their secrets to you for free. Like everybody has secrets. People don't want to reveal their secrets, especially when they're just creating a new competitor. And people who say those things, like if they are telling the truth and they are actually making 10, 20, 100K a month with that system, well, that's because they're fucking good at it. They've mastered that skill. Whereas if you just copy and paste it and you don't know what you're doing, you're a rookie, you're an amateur. You don't have the same skills and familiarity with the system as they do. So even if you do copy what they do, you won't be as good, and like it's going to show up. Even if you do get a client, you're expected to deliver on it. Well, like you don't have the skills and experience to back it up, so it's going to inevitably backfire. So yeah, just copy me. That's the first bullshit thing that I want to tick off. The second one is just people bragging about how much money they made with AI. So people that brag about making 100K a month, people that brag about making like $1 million a year, 200K a month, whatever. Like most of those people, they're bullshitting you. They're fucking lying to you. You'll see all these gurus who preach about how much money they made, and they want to like promote their course to you. They want to sell their program to you, where if you just copy them, that they're going to make 100K a month just like they will. But like they're lying to you, or even if they're telling the truth, they're leaving out years of struggle and experience. And the way that you can tell if somebody's making 100K a month or not by having an AI agency is by looking at their CTA. So go look up any guru. I won't name anyone, but yeah, just go look up their videos and look at their CTA. If their only CTA is to join their program and there's no CTA to actually work with them as an agency, then I can tell you that they're getting rich by selling courses. They're not getting rich by having an AI agency and delivering AI systems to people. They're just getting rich by selling you a course, selling you a dream. And even if the course is legit, like it just means they're making money off coaching. They're not actually making money off the services that they claim to deliver. And the third one is, well, like automation. So you'll see this especially a lot on LinkedIn. You'll see those templates where people say like you can sell this template for like 10K to businesses. Businesses will drool over it, they'll kiss your ass for it, they'll do whatever to, have this automation system that they're promoting on LinkedIn. And the truth is, like, most of those automations, like, it's just a band-aid solution. It's just one piece of the puzzle. Most businesses, they have major problems, like a big gap to fill. And just providing a brick when they need a bridge, they're not going to buy that. They're not interested. They want a bridge built. They don't want a single brick. You're simply not going to make 10K by just selling a single automation. So don't get me wrong, N8N is really good and I use N8N all the time. But the thing is, you need multiple workflows working together in a system. Selling a single workflow is like, just selling a band-aid solution. It's like selling a single piece of the puzzle when they need the entire puzzle solved. At the end of the day, businesses, they want more results. They want more money in their bank account. So all the money that I've made, it's by selling a system that consists of N8N workflows, but I've never made a single dollar off a single N8N workflow. And like, this happened a lot in 2023, not so often anymore, but just selling a single commodity like a chatbot. So when the AI agency started in 2023, everybody was obsessed with selling customer service chatbots to e-com brands. And well, that's bullshit. So it might have worked back then, but now it's bullshit. It's a dead business model. So like e-com brands, they've been flooded with like people trying to sell them chatbots, and yeah, most of them, they were just shit. And it became a commoditized service. Everybody's selling the same shit and people are just competing on price now, because there's literally no difference between what A and what B were selling. Like if you're selling a commodity, people just go for the cheap ones, and that's not a way to be sustainable. If you're competing on price, your business is not sustainable. Your business will be just one step away from going to shit. You'll see all these hype stories on Instagram, on LinkedIn about like vibe coders, people vibe coding their way to building billion-dollar apps with the help of ChatGPT or Claude or Cursor, whatever. And I can tell you that's bullshit. So like AI, it's not magic. People think it's like magic. People think it's like a video game cheat code where you'll max out your stats, and that's bullshit. So AI is a tool. It's a very fucking good tool. It's a multiplier basically. So like AI, it can take you from 100 to 1,000. It can take you from 1,000 to 100,000, but it cannot take you from 0 to 100. So 0 times a million is still 0. So people need to stop thinking that AI is some sort of magic trick that solves all their problems. That's simply not how it works. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against using AI for coding. Like even Silicon Valley software engineers use AI for coding now. But my point is, you still need to know what you're doing. So you actually have to understand what you're doing. You have to understand what the AI is doing. You need to know how to debug it in case AI gets something wrong, which it will. It's like, well, you can ask AI to write a super like amazing ad copy for you, but you still need to be able to look at the output and determine if it's a good output or not. If AI puts out a really shit ad copy, which it can, well, you won't be able to tell if it's good or not because you have no experience with copywriting. And another example is like translating. So you could translate something from English to Turkish, and will it be accurate? Most probably, but will it sound like a native? Unlikely. So you still have to understand Turkish to know that the translation is accurate and sounds like a native. I don't speak a word of Turkish, and I could translate something from English to Turkish, and I could just get away with it, but will it be effective? Will it be optimal? No. So yeah, I did work with somebody in Turkey once, and I wrote something in English and then translated it to Turkish, but I always got my Turkish partner to check out the output and make sure that it actually sounded like a native. So he always made some adjustments to make it more fluid, to make it sound more native, like how Turkish people would speak. Yeah, simply put, like AI, it's not going to solve your ignorance. You still have to know what you're doing. So that's like the biggest myth that I do want to bust. And also AI, well, AI is tech at the end of the day, right? AI is tech intensive and it's time consuming. It takes a lot of time and effort to create an AI system that is robust, that is effective, and actually delivers results. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's fucking difficult. And even like reaching 10K a month does take a lot of time and effort, especially if you have no business experience, and especially if you don't have enough capital for client acquisition. And it's not just building, it's client acquisitions. So like building is only half the battle, and getting clients is, not as easy as the gurus make it out to be. People talk about just spamming Instagram DMs to business owners. I've done that as well. I've sent out probably like thousands of DMs. It's fucking bullshit. It's like the worst fucking method of outreach ever. And even if you do hit 10K a month, well, sustaining a 5-figure monthly revenue, it's not as easy as people say. So yeah, you'll face a lot of different issues. So like clients, they'll complain about this and that. Clients will churn. So there's onboarding and delivery. So that initially does take a lot of time. You can systemize it, you can get used to it, you can create SOPs, and yeah, I get that. But at the beginning, it's difficult. So all in all, it's difficult to stay consistent unless you've built a real infrastructure and you've systematized your systems. So yeah, like getting to 10K and maintaining a 5-figure monthly revenue is not easy. And also it's the same with hiring developers that are actually very good at what they do. They're difficult to come across, and even if you do find some good ones, you'll find that a lot of them, well, they might be not responsive, they might, like not align with you. So I've learned this, but when you hire somebody, you shouldn't just be looking at their skills. You should also be looking at how well aligned they are with you. If you share the same values, if you share the same vision, because even if they're like the best developer in the world, if they don't agree with you, if you guys don't work well together, if you guys don't share the same values and vision, well, it's not going to work out. Simple as that. And simply having good developing skills is not going to fix that. Yeah, so that just leads to my next points. There are people who just say, just sell AI systems and just hire a developer from Upwork to fulfill for you. Yeah, that is mostly bullshit, because like hiring on Upwork, well, most of those freelancers on Upwork, they're juggling multiple clients. They're working with many different clients, and you're just another name on the list at the end of the day. And most of these freelancers, well, they're not going to prioritize you. They have no reason to. So you're just another name on the list, another task to complete. Those freelancers, most of the time, well, they're not built for like long-term support or scalable solutions. So when you do build and deploy an AI system, there's, a thing called warranty and support. You need to make sure that the client is happy with it after deployment. And well, most developers, once they build it, they just say goodbye and adios. And many of them, they would be pretty reluctant to stay on board long term and make sure that it's actually working, and they won't have the same care for the client as you will. So yeah, hiring developers, well, it's not as easy as people think it is. And another thing is that AI tools. So you'll see so much AI hype on the internet. There's like a new tool coming out every day. So people are just like, oh, I have to try this, I have to try that, I have to try that, I have to try that, I have to try like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So like AI song creator, AI image generator, AI SEO, like blog generator, AI whatever. I've tried over 100 AI tools in the last 2 years, and I can tell you that 99% of AI tools out there, they're fucking useless. They have no utility, they have no value. They're for fun. They're just nice toys basically. And I see people all the time having shiny object syndrome. They have to try the new thing. It's like the new doom scrolling basically. So like they have to try every single little thing, and I can tell you that is a fucking distraction. All you need to do is just find a few tools that you need to fulfill on your services and master them. So I literally use fewer than 10 AI tools. So just from the top of my head, I use ChatGPT, I use Claude, I use Gemini, I use Go High Level, and I use N8N, and I use Vapi and Retell for my voice platforms. Yeah, that's literally it. I don't use any other AI tool. Like, I don't feel the need to use them, and because they're not relevant to me. So if I see an AI tool that will be effective and that I will actually use, then I will use it. But otherwise, it's just distraction. I don't give a shit about it. I just ignore it. And also there's regulations as well. So like this is especially the case in the EU. Well, everybody knows how strict the European Union is with regulations, especially with data and privacy. A lot of gurus, they talk about building and releasing entire infrastructures, but they don't really go into like the legals and the specifics. So regulations are regulations. You do not try to bend the rules. You do not try to fight them, because, you know, if you do, well, you're fucked. And yeah, that's something that you don't ever want to argue with. It's like taxes, basically. You don't try to fight it. You don't try to avoid it. You don't try to evade it. A lot of these agencies, well, they build the systems on their infrastructure. They don't build it on the client's infrastructure. And they use their personal OpenAI API keys for like their AI agents, and that's very dangerous, especially in the EU, especially in like financial services and certain industries. So like mortgage brokers, like insurance, financial services, those industries, like data privacy and customer data, well, that is very sensitive. In the United States and also in the European Union, they should never be stored by you. They should be stored by them, and you should only have access to it as a contractor. You should never be storing it on your end ever. And yeah, you should never be storing it on your OpenAI keys, and you should never be letting OpenAI look at what you've been doing with your API keys. And also with using outbound voice agents and other conversational AI, well, there's a lot of laws around it, especially with like call recording, consent. This is especially the case with AI cold calling, so unsolicited cold calls even to businesses. It really depends on the state, and some states, they are extremely strict about it. Some states, they're more lenient. But either way, it is a very gray area, and I've gotten a lot of requests for cold callers in the US. It's been difficult for me to say yes to a lot of them, especially because of the laws and regulations. And there's also a thing called the do not call list, so numbers that you should never call under any circumstances, and lead database reactivation, so calling your old leads. So yeah, some states, some jurisdictions, they have laws around like how long you can retain client data. So yeah, some states, they require you to get rid of client data that's been lapsed by about at least 1 year. In those areas, if you call a lead that last contacted the business from like 2 years ago, well, you can get in big trouble for that. And I've seen a lot of AI businesses get fined because they violated these regulations. And simply saying, oh, I didn't know about it, it's not an excuse. Yeah, regulations, that's something that you have to check and you have to be very careful of, and that's something that you don't ever fuck around with. And a very harsh reality is that 1 year later, most people, they're gone. So I remember being in an AI community a year ago, like in voice AI. The community was booming. There was a lot of people. Everybody was super passionate and hyped up, ready to go. And they were convinced that they found their $1 million opportunity. They were convinced that this would make them a millionaire. And a year later, 95% have gone. And the reason for that is simply because they gave up. Like, it was too hard. It required a lot of effort. It required a high learning curve, and people weren't willing to do that. They bought into the hype, they bought into the dreams, but they weren't ready for the reality of it, and they couldn't handle it, so they're gone. And also, when it comes to selling AI, all these gurus, they make it out so like businesses, they'll get super excited about AI like they are, and that they'll just throw money at anything that has AI on it, and that's bullshit. And the first reason is that like most people, they don't even understand their problems in the first place. And this itself, it makes AI a very difficult sell. Like, people can't buy a solution to a problem that they haven't identified. So like most people, they don't even realize that they have a problem, and unless they recognize that problem, well, they're not going to buy something that's intended to solve that problem when they don't even know that it exists. And to compare this with something, so I do jiu-jitsu. So in jiu-jitsu, there's white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt, and the way I could like compare the different color belts is, well, white belt, which is the lowest, is you don't know what you don't know, which means that you absolutely know nothing. you need to figure your way around. So you need to know what you don't know, you need to know what you need to learn, you need to understand the game basically, and that's where most businesses are at. In jiu-jitsu, when you start, the only thing that you want to do is to watch and learn as much as you can, and once you're on the mat, well, you want to do your best not to get tapped out, not to get submitted. And once you move up to blue belt, well, that's when you know what you don't know. So you figured some things out, and you know what you don't know, and you know what you need to learn. And that's when you can actually start progressing. And then by purple belt, you know what to do. Now it's your time to focus on your techniques, on getting better. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that most businesses, they're at the white belt level. So most businesses are small. They just started a business because they want to make money without knowing the fundamentals, and they're still figuring it out. And while they're figuring it out, well, this is where you can step in to help. So it's your duty to educate them, basically. Most AI agencies, well, they go in straight for the sell, thinking that they'll just give them money because they sell the label AI. But yeah, you need to first educate them, make them understand the problem, and then they will eventually buy from you. So that's how it works. And also, like AI, I've talked about this many times, but AI is not what people want. They want results. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it has AI or not. You're not selling AI, you're selling results. You're selling revenue, you're selling booked appointments, you're selling save time, you're selling outcomes, you're not selling the tech. So for example, cameras, they don't sell like the tech behind the camera. They sell the idea of a technology that captures moments in time, that captures memories. So why do you take photos? You take photos of beautiful things. You take photos of you at the Eiffel Tower or at the Grand Canyon to capture magical, memorable moments in your life. That's what cameras sell. They don't sell a machine that takes photos. They sell the ability to capture certain moments in time that you want to cherish and remember forever. So yeah, at the end of the day, AI is a tool. It's not the main point. So it's a fucking good tool, but that fucking good tool, it has to serve a purpose. And if it doesn't improve the business, well, it's simply noise. It's just a nice toy at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, businesses, they want solutions. They don't want toys. Businesses, they're not children. And also another thing is that people, they're chasing virality. Like gurus, they're promoting viral content, and aspiring AI agency owners, they're chasing virality. So they want views, they want subscribers, they want like a cool Instagram reel that goes viral. I mean, that's nice if it has value, but if it doesn't have value, it's pointless. So like views, subscribes, and followers, well, that's a vanity metric. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is how many clients you got and how much money you made. And viral content alone, it doesn't guarantee money. And if you don't get any clients from your viral content, well, it's pointless. Yeah, the point that I want to make is that virality, it's a vanity metric. You should be prioritizing value, not virality. So I have videos with like 100, 200 views that got clients who are worth like more than 10K. And another thing that I want to talk about besides the shady gurus is just the people that you talk with, people that approach you. So I can tell you there's a lot of shady, scummy people out there. Like there are prospects that expect you to work for free or refuse to pay anything upfront. Like there are people who just say like revenue share only, I won't pay anything upfront, I will only pay like for per appointment. Don't ever do that. So there are costs associated with running an AI system. It's not free. It's like gasoline for a car. Car needs gasoline to run, and it also costs a lot of money to maintain that car. So yeah, the same thing goes for AI systems. And if clients, they're not willing to pay for that, then walk away, because they don't see the value in it, and they just see you as another tool. They just see you as like an ATM for free cash. Also, if you do revenue share only, well, that's very risky because you're putting a lot of trust in them and you're at their mercy. You're hoping that they are trustworthy and that they will be honest with you. That's very risky, because if they lie to you, if they say that they're not getting any sales, well, they're just going to, you know, like gaslight you. They're not going to pay you. It's going to be an extremely stressful situation. And trust me, you do not want to go there. Never work for free ever. Not even early on. Not even at your early stages. So if you work for free, if they don't pay you anything, there's no skin in the game. Money is a big motivator. Money is important. Money is amazing. Like, everybody loves money. And if money isn't involved, there's no skin in the game. There's no commitment from either side. Like, if you're not paid, like, you're not really motivated to do the work. And if you are feeling motivated, well, wait till you actually get paid to do the work, and your motivation will just go up like 100%. And the moment that they put money into it, well, they're invested into it. They're actually interested in seeing the results because they put money into it, they're committed, and they want to see results. So there is commitment from both sides when money is involved. Yeah, I think working for free at the beginning, it's very overrated advice. And if you have no experience, you have no case studies, you want to prove your value, even then, don't work for free. Offer a guarantee. So for example, something like, I'll get you 30 new appointments this month, or you don't pay. And you do your best to fulfill on it. You do your best to make them happy and get them the results. And if you don't, well, that's a learning experience for you. Even if you do refund them, well, it's a good learning experience. You know what you did well, what you didn't do so well, and you know how to improve. So yeah, don't ever work for free. And like, you might get desperate at the beginning because you have no clients. You need to get your first client, and you do anything to get your first client, even if they're shady people. And yeah, don't ever do that. Because the thing is, I realize with cheap clients or shady people, the cost of working with cheap clients is bigger than the potential gain that you gain from working with them. And that desperation at the beginning, well, it leads to regret. So bad clients, they will drain you. They won't grow you. So if you see anybody with red flags, just walk away. And to add on top of that about the red flags, well, there's a lot of people that will lie to you. So there's a lot of people who want you to deliver for them, who want to work with you. So like, a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, I need you to fulfill on something for an enterprise client. And you'll get paid a lot of money once you complete the project. And if you do this project for free, or if you do this for super cheap, well, I'll refer you to all my clients. I'll get you all my clients, and like, I'll get you, like, I have a huge network, and I'll give you all the people that I know. And I promise you a big equity in my business. I can tell you that is 100% bullshit and bait. Most of the time, like, they don't follow up on these promises. They'll promise you the world, but they'll give you dog shit in return. I did work with a car mechanic. He promised me a lot of different clients, and he told me that he has a huge network of people that he knows, very rich people, and that he will refer them to me once I deliver the perfect product. And yeah, refused to pay me until the end. I was dumb enough to trust him. I really regret it looking back, and it took a lot longer than I expected. And there was just so much like bullshit about him. Like, how do I trust this guy? And how do I know that he's actually going to give me all his clients, all his referrals, if he even has any? It's all bait. So yeah, if there's no deposit, if there's no money involved, there's no deal. Simple as that. So yeah, just want to make these 3 points. Don't ever work for free. And if anybody promises you big dreams, walk the fuck away. So that was the end of my rant. Just had to get that off my chest. But I don't want to end this video on a negative note. So yeah, despite all the bullshit that's happening in the AI space these days, there is still hope. There is still a way to make money in this AI gold rush. So I do want to share what actually works and what you can actually do to make money sustainably during this AI era. The first thing is something that I've realized very recently, and it's absolutely true in my experience, is, well, you want to start with AI education and consulting. So like I said earlier, most businesses, they don't understand what's possible, and like, they don't know what they don't know. So like, we're all in an echo chamber where everybody's talking about the latest AI thing. Everybody's up to date with AI. Everybody knows everything about AI. Like, we're all excited about it, but that's because we're interested in it, right? That's why the algorithm pushes all this content onto us. But go outside, go talk to your neighbor, go talk to like the average middle-aged man, go talk to some old grandma, all right? What do they know about AI? Like, most of them, they would know basically nothing, and like, they might not even have tried ChatGPT. So yeah, like, step out of the echo chamber and realize the fact that most people, like they're very ignorant about AI, and you know, you might be as well. Like even me, like there's still a lot of things about AI that I don't understand or know about, and I'm still learning every day, and that is like the truth. So what can you do? Well, first you can start by educating and consulting people on AI and earn the trust. Like I said, people, they don't know what they don't know, so they're not going to buy solutions to problems that they don't even know about. You want to identify what they need. You want to identify the bottlenecks and the pain points in their business, and then you want to educate them about them, and you want to find the right tools and solutions, whether they involve AI or not, and then show them how these tools can be used together to build a system that solves this problem fundamentally. Once they see the value, once they are educated, they will be more warmed up to you. They will trust you more after you demonstrate your expertise, and then they will be more likely to buy the systems from you. And if they're not, if they already have like a IT team ready to go, well, you know, that's fine. No hard feelings. You have provided the value and they'll be grateful for your help. Basically, build real AI systems, not just tools. Money, it's not in tools, it's in building systems. Like I said, tools, it's like providing a brick, and selling a system is building the bridge. And productize your services. So you're not just selling AI, you're productizing a system that delivers an outcome and solves a problem. So you're selling double booked appointments. You're selling 0 missed calls. You're selling 20 hours saved a week. So you want to sell the results and not the tech. Before you scale, you want to specialize in something, so don't try to serve everybody. Alex Hormozi says, if you serve everybody, you serve nobody. So focus on one problem and focus on one solution and focus on the tools required in that solution. So once you focus on that and once you master the skills involved, once you master the tools involved, you'll deliver faster, you'll get better testimonials, and you'll be able to scale with clarity, and you'll be able to scale sustainably. If you build custom systems every time and you try to solve every single problem that comes your way, well, you're going to burn out, and that's happened to me before. If you do want to continue them, like I still do, like only do them occasionally and charge a lot of money for custom solutions. Work with clients that respect your time. Don't go cheap just to please a client, and only work with people who respect your time and processes. So if any client treats you like a slave, any client that treats you like an employee just because they paid you, they think they own you, walk the fuck away. Don't ever work with those people. And finally, well, just play the long game. So business is hard, business is not easy, and business is a long-term game. Business is the journey. So entrepreneurship, it's the journey, not the goal. For example, like you go to the gym because you want a ripped body, you want a lot of muscle. And once you achieve your ideal body, do you stop going to the gym? No, you have to keep going to the gym to maintain it. And you eventually keep going to the gym because you enjoy it so much. It's the journey that you have to embrace. Entrepreneurship is that journey. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy walking every step in the journey. And if you can't do that, well, then it's not for you. Simple as that. And recently I saw a post about the founder of Loom. So he sold Loom for $800 million. He built a very good SaaS product and he sold it. He became very rich. But however, he feels very empty. He felt like he lost his sense of purpose. And the reason for that is because he's no longer on the journey. So the journey is the goal. And well, now that he stopped working, he lost his sense of purpose. AI, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a paradigm shift. And the ones who stick with it, the ones that stay adaptable, and the ones that keep solving real business problems, they're the ones that will win. The ones that can embrace the journey, the ones that can keep walking despite how difficult it gets, they're the ones that will succeed. The ones who come in thinking that they'll make money easily, they're not going to last. Simple as that. Yeah, that was it for this video. I hope you were able to understand me and relate in one way or another. Yeah, just to summarize everything. So yeah, don't listen to the gurus who brag about how much money they make, that encourage you to join their program and to just copy them and to make 100K a month in like a month. Don't fall for the shitty gurus either who just sell N8N templates. claiming that you could sell it for 10K, and know that it's very tech intensive and time consuming, and that, you know, making money with it is not as easy as people make it out to be. Know that most people will be gone. That's the harsh truth. But don't ever give up. Like, by giving up, that's your guaranteed way of losing. You lose and waste all your time, effort, and energy. And the pain of that and the pain of regret is much worse than the pain of continuing and not giving up. And yeah, just realize that AI is a tool. It's not the main sell. You're selling solutions, and AI just helps with that. And yeah, don't work with shady people who promise you big dreams. Don't work for free. And if you see a red flag, walk away. It feels inappropriate to be asking for this right now in this video, but if you want one-on-one consulting with me, whether you want to build and scale your AI agency, or whether you want me to step into your business as an AI consultant and provide a step-by-step roadmap and insights of how AI can be applied to your business and determine the best AI solutions to implement into your business and the results that it's going to get for you, then you fill out the form down below and I'll get back to you personally. No AI involved. And also, if you want to work with me, if you want an entire AI system built out for you, then book a call down below. Thanks for watching this video. I'll speak to you soon.